Are we becoming intelligent or are we losing our natural abilities of basic writing and thinking?
AI revolution is already has come into every walk of life right now. So
Garu, what is the greatest risk and what is the most powerful use of AI?
when we say something like AI is really taking over, maybe it is a myth or a hypothesis.
What is reality of AI?
So AI has really started transforming our lives in such a way that if you really have the mindset to transform yourself, this is the time that you need to do. If not,
Reality of AI. What AI is going to do exactly in future? We are going to talk about this because there's so much about AI, artificial intelligence. Some people fear AI, some people like AI. There are two schools of thought. AI is helping humanity, whereas other people are saying, damn, because of AI, there are so many jobs lost and people are losing livelihoods. So we will talk about this topic about livelihood lost, jobs lost in a few minutes during the podcast. But as of now, let's get the perspective, real perspective, without fearing the negative that is happening, the true perspective of AI, what AI can do for us, the reality of AI. So coming to the first question, Ravi Garu, would people want to learn AI and become AI enabled, without which growth and success will be hampered or affected?
yeah. So thank you so much for inviting me as the guest for this very valuable topic that is the need of the hour at this point of time. The first question, it's not a question, it's a dialogue that is really going on. Yeah, in early 2000s, we have these smartphones. At the time when the smartphones were initially launched, it was a luxury. But nowadays, it has become a necessity. So, but without having phone, your life will become you are in wilderness kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that is the kind of place and the situation where we are right now with respect to smartphones. But when compared to that smartphones with respect to the artificial intelligence also as well, it has already become a necessary commodity in our lives. Example is in the professional life, when we do coding, when we do some database development, or when we do any type of professional activity in our company, what has happened is we are using AI as co-pilots. It will help us, it will guide us, especially in our professional life. One is AI-enabled organizations and AI not enabled organizations. So these AI not enabled organizations are going to be lost in the market, and the AI enabled organizations are going to thrive and survive. So here the thing is that AI is something that is not going to replace every human activity, but what happens is whoever use AI well, they will be moving faster than those who don't. So that's the reason it has already become a part and parcel of our lives. So the chat GPT, what you have been talking about, especially when people talk about creating scripts, doing some video recordings, creating the documentation, especially for the physicians and the doctors, whenever they want to have their advocacy that need to be done on the patient vitals, they are using it in every place. Even the attorneys also have been using. So there is a great kind of shift that has really happened. That is the smartphone shift in the previous days, but now we have been seeing this particular AI shift gradually.
Uh-huh. So it has become important not only for common users such as students or
Yes.
who use it for daily questions or advice, but it is also important for professionals to do their professional work, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. And another thing is even the leadership at the executive level also as well has, I don't say it is forcing, it is kind of encouraging.
There is so much revolution or change, big change, I call it revolution, since the human formation or human species have evolved. Initially, in ancient times, I'm talking about, we were in forests, jungles, right?
Yeah.
Cavemen. And from there, we started living in houses and we started farming because we are not hunting for food anymore, but we are growing our own food. Agricultural revolution. And then came, I believe, industrial revolution,
Yeah.
and then came technology or digital revolution, where we have all these AI revolution.
Yes.
And this AI is taking over even thinking. How should society prepare for this new kind of revolution?
Yeah, every revolution, what it does is that it gives a scope for opportunities. As there is a saying, something like the tasks or whatever we have, they come and go, but the skills what we are having here, they are expected to grow. So, in such a case, we need to be prepared for such type of AI revolution. We have been seeing currently in the market the basic level of jobs where the people generally code, they develop, they do the content writing, and then they do the website maintenance. All those jobs are really going fast. They're being replaced by AI agents. So obviously, what is really important here is the people who are having a kind of a credible experience in the domain, they obviously need to add AI flavors to that one. When we take about test engineers or the quality analysts, what they have to do is that they have to use something like AI automated testing or AI automated quality assurance. This is something that they have to do, especially if they want to focus and grow in the market right now. So if they want to have such type of sustainability, AI is really required. So that's the case. The things are getting to a certain extent. Something like, are you an AI literated person, or else you are an AI illiterate? That is how the things are really moving on right now. See, when we say something like AI is really taking over, maybe it is a myth or a hypothesis or a speculation, but I'm not going into that. You need to become a AI guru or a AI pandit or kind of thing. I'm not really talking about, but at least a basic level of literacy, the considerable amount of AI expertise is really required as per the domain, like if the chat GPT kind of things,
Mm.
those things you need to use, especially if you are a content writer or a video generator, you need to use AI enabled generators. AI revolution is already has come into every walk of life right now. So it is important whether we make the choices, whether we are ready for such a type of change, or whether we are resistant for that particular change. If you are resistant, you'll be knowing in soon where exactly your place will be. But if you try to go with that flow, obviously you shine better.
Two things, Sandy. First of all, I want you to give one source, website or app or public source for each category of person. Like, for example, my mother is watching this show,
No.
and students, teachers, so the people who are looking for decision making and homework help and teaching help. One
Yeah.
source for each one, and then I would like you to add your introduction here, your expertise, your
Yes.
inception of expertise into AI. How did it all start?
Yes, yeah. So before I try to introduce myself, let me answer your question first, and then I'll go into my introduction. So the thing is, the most powerful use of AI right now is trying to democratize the knowledge what is already earlier it used to be for the privileged people. Now it has become into every walk of life. So a student, whether you take a farmer, or whether you take a teacher, or whether you take a small business owner, patient, or the job seeker, for every person the AI has become a natural commodity for everyone. For example, AI can act as a personal tutor. For example, when you are talking about students, so obviously when the students have to submit their assignments, nowadays they are not using their whole brain completely. They start using chat GPT kind of thing to help them answer the particular questions. And right now, when the teachers try to evaluate their particular assignments also as well, they have to think twice whether this is something that is a student written assignment or whether it is a chat GPT generated assignment. Physicians, they have been relentlessly using AI. I am Ravi Ravi from Orlando, and my major domain experience is in the insurance sector. And you have been seeing there are a lot of massive layoffs that are really happening across both in India and US also as well. And then people are really directionless, what need to do, what they have to do. So rather than when we get into that particular stage of being directionless, is the time to rise and then, stand up to the occasion and then try to recorrect ourselves, realign ourselves with respect to what the industry and the community is really talking about. That's from my
So,
side.
are we becoming intelligent or are we losing our natural abilities of basic writing and thinking and decision making?
So the greatest risk what we are having is not the machine intelligence. The thing is that when we start blindly trusting AI, that is the major risk what we are having right now. And when you confidently ask AI, did you do right? It will say something like, yes, I have done it right. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
have done it right. So what happens is uh, when we start trying to do some shopping or the AI, what it will do is that it will try to understand our patterns. It will try to understand our fears, our emotions, and buying habits and political preferences, and it can influence what we believe, buy, trust, or reject. So that is why verification and human judgment are really essential. In case if we totally blindly trust, obviously what happens is that we become lazy. Not lazy in terms of the physical work that we do. We give laziness to the brain. We need to have a guardrail. The human judgment and the human thinking need to be attached to the AI.
Coming to the next one, Vigaru, what is the greatest risk there, and what is the most powerful use of AI? Powerful use of AI and risk, both. I want you to cover both.
If you start using AI, obviously you cannot be totally ignorant on what you are doing here. So the biggest risk what you are having here is not only the job loss, but the deeper risk is blind trust and the manipulation of this human thinking. AI can manipulate you to the greatest extent. What are the news that we are really taking is that AI is taking over, a lot jobs are losing. That is not the problem. The problem is how are you trying to tame AI into your manifold, or how are you going to manifest AI by doing this particular prompt engineering correctly, and then trying to write some agents. As I was telling you, right, the technology is really moving forward. From earlier, we are having something like artificial intelligence, deep learning, natural language processing. These are all the things that were there. Now comes the concept of this generative AI, where we ask anything, it will be able to answer us. So the most utilization, I'll tell you, uh,
Mhm.
in the jobs, in the IT jobs, if any person takes a $20 or a 1200 rupees subscription for OpenAI or kind of thing, that will do the job for you.
Yeah.
That will do the job for you. So you can try to utilize the leftover time on more creative and more productive things, which you have not been in the earlier sector also as well.
Coming to the information that it is giving, it is intelligent information, it is knowledge, but it can be turned into knowledge or applicable wisdom only when we absorb it and when we apply it. But then this has to do with the other part of us, which is our consciousness, our
Yes.
awareness, or
Yeah.
our philosophies. Let's not say philosophy, spiritual books or scriptures, they call it consciousness or soul. This part of us, which is invisible part of us, can AI ever become conscious? Can it capture that part of us, or will it always remain as an intelligence tool or tool of intelligence? Can it really absorb something called awareness that humans have?
So, yeah, that's a great question. But I'd like to categorize into two different things. One is intelligence, and we are talking about consciousness. Both are two different things. So, when we talk about intelligence, it is something like solving problems. Okay, but when we are talking about consciousness, it comes with the inner experience, what we feel in terms of whether it is pain, joy, fear, love, or awareness or identity. That is something that we need basically.
Mm.
Okay, so far there is no evidence that AI can become consciousness, but it
Okay.
is going to be a debatable topic in the future. We really don't know because a chatbot can say something like, "I am sad."
Uh-huh.
Is it really sad? We
Okay.
don't know. We
Can
don't
it?
know because that does
Mhm.
not mean that it is actually feeling sadness. It is producing the language based on the patterns what we give it to her. Like I need to tell my mind status. These are all the things that are going on. Based on this one, it is going to connect the dots, and then it will say something like it is based on the patterns. It can say that it I feel sad, but it is not living an internal emotional life. It doesn't have that one, basically, right? It doesn't have that one. So AI can imitate awareness, but that imitation is not that consciousness. AI can write, AI can summarize the things, AI can answer the things, it can generate videos, it can generate images, whatnot, you name it, it can do
Mm.
that one. But simulation, this is all the kind of simulation that we are really doing. But
Mm.
the simulation is not the real kind of internal experience that AI can do basically. I have
Okay.
been I have been seeing like in the future what we do is that the people who have passed away who are not there with us, we can try to create such type of simulated artifacts so that we can put them in your houses also as well so that we can feel that emotion. It is
Uh-huh.
only we can feel that emotion, but it is not the inner feeling what we get basically.
So this artificial intelligence, it says it feels, but it might not. It doesn't
Yeah.
have that core element of you, which is your consciousness. And
Yes.
also, I wanted to add something else here, Ravi. Um, I think a human, right? We evolve so quickly, honestly. I hear about soul, some talk from scripture, from a monk, and there is a 180-degree shift in my way of thinking. We mature with age. We mature with one good word or one good talk. We mature, right? There is a shift, and I don't know if the answer that we got earlier, after going through these changes, if we ask the same question, the answer that we get from AI, would it really satisfy us, and would it really apply to our needs? So that came to my mind. Coming to the next one, earlier we were talking about jobs lost. There are people who lost their jobs because of AI, and they're feeling this. I would like to say it is bitterness,
Yes.
that bitterness or that loss. It is not easy to go through that. It is not something that we can say that, okay, I need to really match the need of the world now. So whatever I had, the knowledge that I gained and the expertise that I gained and the experience I had all these days is not good enough for this current world. So with this experience, right, with this bitter experience, with this kind of experience, how can we look at AI still positively? And I have another question here. How serious is the unemployment challenge ahead in future?
Yes. So here, in one word, I can say something like it is the pain plus transition. These are the two things that we need to understand. The thing is that I can't deny that people are losing jobs. We can't dismiss their pain. I'll tell you one real example. She might be joining also. But the students who have born here and family working in a kind of a big giant company, Okay, and then they have been laid off, and then they have 60 days that they have to leave the country. So much of their life, their family, their education, and everything has been invested here. And then suddenly, when it comes, it is an upside down situation for them altogether.
Yeah.
One fine morning when you get a termination letter that you are no more with this particular company, that people have been there with that company from the decade and half and around 2 decades of things. So those people are getting their plane tickets going back, and then they don't know what their destiny is going to be, what the next day is going to be. That is a real fear which we have to accept it, which we cannot dismiss that one, as well as we cannot deny also as well at the same time. So this is the real threat that is really going on. But if someone really is losing the job, it is a real human problem. Okay, but staying in fear is not the solution. And every technology shift changes jobs, as you have been rightly mentioning, right? We have been going through so many phases of revolution, right? The industry revolution, then came the rock age revolution, then IT revolution, IoT revolution, then e-commerce revolution. So many ups and downs we have been seeing, and then this is also a kind of shift that the changes jobs, and people really has to adapt early usually, and then they need to find new opportunities. That means that they need to focus on themselves. So that means that we need to really acknowledge the pain very honestly, and move from the fear to the preparation that we have to do. And we need to really identify which tasks are really changing. As I told you, right, the copy paste jobs that the people have been doing, those things are gone. Website development, web page development, those things are gone. Entry level manual testing, entry level QA testing, those jobs are gone. Programming, those jobs are gone. Those jobs are really going away because all these things are really being placed by the AI intelligent robots that are being placed on. Okay, and then even from the HR level activities also as well, the scheduling of the activities, even everything. Even when we try to call a doctor's office also as well, they are asking us to get into the online and then schedule it online because the charts will help you out. So those types of really is gone. So that means that the writer can become an AI content strategist, that they can call. A tester can become an automation engineer, as well as a teacher can become an AI enabled tutor. Okay, a
Mhm,
data
mhm.
analyst can become an AI driven analyst, because in every analysis, whatever you do, there is a place called as co-pilots are really being installed. A small business user can use AI for marketing, customer support, and planning, and other things. And AI disruption is really painful, but reskilling, you need to reskill yourself, that can turn into a new beginning. Basically, that is something that we have to do, because we need to use AI as the co-pilots of the life, but not as the pilots.
Mhm.
We
Okay.
can't keep the whole control into AI and then drive that one. That is something that should not happen. Basically, their parents doing farming and other things, they have invested some lakhs and hundreds and thousands of rupees, or they're taking loans, and then they're coming here, then they're not finding jobs. So only the destiny that we need to believe, and then keep on working, and then try to improve ourselves day by day, so that industry need to bow to you with your skills and
Mhm.
talents, not that you need to bow to the industry. So that is the mindset people has to really cultivate in order to make it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
similar thing happened when computers were new and computers were replacing physical accountants,
Yes.
were making the receipts in the front office, right? They were replacing some of that work. At that
Yes.
time, also similar notion came that we have to become skilled in such a way that we can add to the need of an organization. So that is how we can address this unemployment
Yeah.
challenge that is ahead of us. Coming to the rapid fire questions, Sunny. The first question is, give us one word that describes the future of AI.
One word is it is transformational.
Next one human quality that AI cannot replace.
it's like it's a compassion that is AI cannot replace.
You were talking about robots earlier. Let me give a simple introduction of what are humanoid robots. They are person looking like machines with information stored in them.
Yeah.
They know exactly how to do the work right.
Yes.
If you want them to shred mails or clean up house dusting, wash dishes,
Yes.
or make Excel sheets, they can do it all. But
Yes.
here is a question for you, Ravi Garu. Can these humanoid robots can they replace humans?
No, they cannot replace humans because see, you said that whatever all the things what you are doing, like the dishwashing, the Excel sheets, they do. They may replace some tasks, but not human purpose. They cannot replace human emotion, and then they cannot replace our moral judgment also as well. They cannot replace that at any point of time.
Sounds good. Next question. I'm laughing at my own question, but it is definitely something that needs to be asked. Um, yes, AI is helping. Very good. It is doing a lot of work for us, and it will do what we say. It will answer our questions. It will solve our problems. But then, seriously, is humanity ready enough? Are they ethically ready and mature enough to use AI?
I don't say fully. They're not fully ready enough to use AI because technology is moving faster than our wisdom. But our ethics, our education, and then the regulation and the guardrails what you're having here should really catch up with respect to that AI piece, basically. Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. So, in keeping this in mind, I believe that AI should be engineered. AI
Yes.
program should be written in such a way that if a person who is asking for information, questions, if they are not quite ethical, if they are not mature enough, then AI should, in first place, should prompt the user that no, it's not going to do that work. I think ChatGPT or OpenAI
Yeah.
platforms or these artificial intelligence platforms or programs should say what they are going to do and what they are not going to do, knowing that people are not ready yet. People are not ready yet to use it completely, are not matured enough yet. So
Yes.
ethics have to be maintained by AI. Yeah.
Yes, it has to be maintained by. That's the reason there are so many new disciplines that has come. Prompt engineering. You need to really understand how to prompt AI in the proper way,
Mm.
as well as prompt engineering and that generative AI is one phase of the AI that we have been talking about earlier in the last year. But now people are really talking about that agentic AI. You need to develop the agents. So you like you are planning for an event, like you are planning for your holiday vacation. Okay, and then you tell the agent, yeah, I want to visit this and these countries, and then I need to book a car, I need to book a rental, a hotel, whatnot. I need to visit these places. I need to book all these things. So the agent should be given such type of visibility and accessibility to access all your personal information, and it should go ahead and then start doing the things for you without having any manual intervention, because prompt engineering is very interactive. You prompt, it answer, again you prompt, you answer. So once you give that goal, it has to go ahead and then fulfill that particular task and then come back with the results. That is the place where we are surviving with respect to this agentic AI. So that's why it is growing fast. It is the growing at a very light speed. It is growing, but we are not there to catch that speed. So the main my purpose is my goal is to educate, to be the part of this AI revolution. So many people has talked about so many green revolution, so many things they have talked about in the past. Okay, but this is the time where we have to really do kind of this AI revolution, to educate, to enlighten. to as well as to make them proficient, productive, to increase their productivity in all the different types of life. So I'm planning to have kind of webinars and seminars and enlightenment sessions for the different sections of the people, whether it be students, whether it be professional workers, whether it be veterans, whether it can be healthcare professionals. So the sky is going to be the limit, and God's grace, if it is going to be there, would like to touch each and every person's life in order to be the part of the change, whatever I can do.
Wonderful. Yes, there is unemployment challenge ahead. World is changing, but then for every role, it can be transitioned to something AI enabling that is possible, is what you said. So, coming to revolution, AI revolution, with every revolution, tools have changed. And AI is replacing thinking, AI is replacing some of the mind sector jobs, right?
Yeah.
So, the real question is not whether AI will evolve. AI
Mm.
will evolve or not, but I think the real question is human consciousness going to evolve along with it or not?
Yes.
Anything that you'd like to add?
So one concluding remark that I can make is AI is not just a technology revolution; it is a human responsibility test. So the question is whether AI will change the world. It is already changing the world. The real question is whether we'll use AI to weaken human thinking or strengthen human potential. That is the place where we are in right now. My belief is simple: use AI with wisdom, ethics, and courage. Then it can become one of the greatest tools the humanity has ever created.
Ah, so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.